Here we are. Welcome, folks. How are you doing tonight? Again for late stream. It's fine. But yeah, sorry for being late in general. We're here though. We made it. So yeah, welcome, folks. Hope you're having a great night so far, or a great time zone wherever you are. Googlies. Oh yeah, I thought you meant my headphone googlies, not the ones you guys are spamming. So hey, who's here? Pyro, Sora Laos, Stephanie, Siphon, Q-Tips, thank you so much for that resub. 4 months already, hell yeah. Who else? Burango, sorry. Time traveling. Welcome, folks. That early remind me to save. I just opened this document, so there's nothing to save. Next time, I swear. Doesn't feel like it's been 4 months. Time do be linear. The succulent J, thank you so much for the follow. Been working on a very ambitious wheel. Oh my god. Take your time. Take your time. The ultimate wheel. So, today we are making an SCP themed postcard. This is once again for the SCP Archives podcast. I've done a couple postcards for them already, and 3 postcards already. The third one is a bit of a different one for Christmas. But yeah, I did. Let me show you. We did this one a few months ago for the Cicada God, 3004. And then we did this one for one called Tattletale, 2744. And then I don't have this one here. Hold on. I did this one for Christmas. It was a bit of a different theme and stuff. Still like same like color palette stuff, but yeah. We're going to continue with this theme here, and specifically we're going to represent an original story by the SCP Archives podcast, which is kind of an SCP, but it exists in their own universe. I think it's a crossover with I'll try and get this one right. Hold on. Get my emails. Yeah, this one's a crossover with another podcast called Sheridan Tapes, which I haven't listened to, but apparently I've heard good things about it. So yeah, it's the crossover episode. I don't know if it's a creature that appears like within that podcast, so it's kind of like jumping between the two, or if it just like reuses some characters. I've read the transcript. I don't know. I don't think it's out yet, so I don't think I can spoil you guys too much, except for, of course, the form of the SCP itself. It's gonna have a mask, kind of a nebulous body, and there's gonna be mushrooms. I don't know if we'll represent all these 3 things. The mask I definitely want to do, but the rest we'll see. We've been blazeballing. Hell yeah. Where's the where the blazeball fam at? What teams do you guys stand? I'm a taco. Also, yeah, let me shill blazeball. Blazeball is starting again, and if you don't know what blazeball is or was, because it ended, like the first kind of big season ended a few months ago, and then they took a long break to kind of redo the whole system, and now they're launching again. So it's a great time to get back into baseball. It's kind of imagine if a computer simulated a whole season of baseball in a single week, but it's all like absurd, and it gets very silly, and it has lots of lore. Like the absurd, like the character names, the player names are completely like randomly generated from like random words, and they're all really funny. like Jessica Telephone and this kind of things like that. There's things like players randomly being incinerated by rogue umpires. There's the possible weathers include a peanut rain, which can affect players that are allergic. They can have an allergic reaction. There's blood rain. There's birds. There's there's eclipse, which is when the rogue umpires can incinerate players. You know, these kinds of things. For now, the game is restarting very slowly, and they're kind of introducing mechanics as they go. So it's not going to be too complicated. You guys should go to blazeball.com and pick a team and pick the tacos, because that's the best team. Anyway, catch up with chat. Someone mentioned Blazeball in chat, and and I had to shill it. You're a worm? Nice. Started with sacrifice era tacos, but switched to worms. You're a taco trader. Oh my god. Have you listened to Foundation After Midnight? I haven't. I'm not a big podcast guy. I have like some of the few podcasts I've listened to, like the genre, are Magnus Archives and Old Gods of Appalachia. I've listened to some of that. In like the horror genre in general. So you can ask me about podcasts. I'm not gonna know. Yesterday said I should include commissions in the death wheel. This includes the ones on your main side. The pets turn into monsters. Yeah, personal commissions will be fine most of the time, especially because many of them are like original creatures themselves. Unless it's like someone else's creature and not my design. And yeah, obviously like commercial commissions. Also, yeah, talking to people about Blazeball is really funny because you get like Sora's reaction, like, what the fuck? It sounds good, like I'm making it up as I go, but it's a real game. I understand less before you started explaining, yeah. Yeah, the Blazeball game is really simple. You just, hold on. I'll hop into the browser and I'll open Blazeball. So here is like the site itself. You just go, and then they've changed the whole layout. So now it takes me a while to get to places. But you can like watch the games, and the games are just like text descriptions that are generated essentially. But let's see what the Tacos are playing against the Mexico City Wild Wings. Also, yeah, all the names are really ridiculous. All the team names. So you can see like what's happening. You can see the strikes. If you know, you don't need to know a lot of baseball to know like what's going on. You'll get stuff as it goes. And then the actual like interaction you can do is you can go to the betting. How do you do this? Okay, so you go to like the future games in the league, and you can see like each game that is played. Each hour there's a game that's played. You can see the chances that each team has of winning, and you can place bets. So let's see, I'm going to place my max bet here, which is, well, I can only bet $16 because that's all I have. So I'll just bet my 16 on the Atlantis Georgias and place the bets. And obviously if you bet for the underdog, you gain more. But yeah, generally I'll bet for the one that has higher chances, even though the gains are lower. I'm probably not a very good player, but yeah. And then you can see the league, and every week here's the Tacos in their own league. There's 4 leagues, and at the end each league plays, like, I guess Chaotic and Awful Good will play each other, and these ones will play each other, and then there's the playoffs and the final, and that happens every week. And at the end of every week, with the money you've gained, which got 0 right now, you can buy votes, and you can use those votes to vote on new rules for the entire game. So, for example, they're just introducing that. So there's like new decrees, and for now there's only one option. I guess there'll be several. But one of the options is at the end of every season, the champion will trade all of their players. It's called Redistribute Wealth. Anyway, play Blaseball. It's fun. Choose your tacos and ping me on the Discord if you're joining. I'll make a thread for Blaseball so I can explain everything to you. Is there a second degree yet? No, doesn't seem like it. Came here for the SCPs, got really excited when you pulled up Blaseball. Yeah, it's a great. I just took the chance to shill Blaseball because I really like it. I had a lot of fun last season, and more people should know about it. It's a weird thing. Like it sounds really weird, but it's really fun. Anyway, let's get to it. As I mentioned, if you're just joining, we are making a postcard for the SCP Archives podcast. And the ones we've done so far are this one and this one. And we're going to continue the same style. So the style is like seen through like a thick glass. Just like one object or a simple thing in the center of the frame. Oh. I keep bumping the mic. Something in the center of the frame. Just like an object or something that is part of that SCP's like description. Maybe with some like little references to what happens in the SCP itself. And then some kind of dramatic lighting and like one big color. One main, like this one's pink. This one's kind of pinkish red. And for this one, there's specifically described in the SCP is like some bioluminescent mushrooms that are kind of bluish. So we're gonna go for blue, maybe blue-green, something like that. By the way, if you're trying to guess what SCP this is, you won't, because it's an original creation by this podcast, as far as I know. Kat said you recognize her when she joined your Discord. Oh yeah, I followed Kat on Twitter. I followed a bunch of Blaseball accounts on Twitter. And it was surprising to see like one of them pop up on my Patreon. That was really fun. You just bet all the tokens you get at the start? Hell yeah. That's what I did too. I bet on as many games as I could and got down to 0. I bet on the safe ones. Because yeah. There's players that really min-max things, and it gets complicated later because you'll get like snacks and you can change things about your bets. And there's players that really min-max that. I don't. I just kind of go with the vibes and see the lore. There's a universe where this segment just continues for hours, turning into many Excel sheets on Blaseball as Val becomes more unhinged. It could happen, but again, I'm not like a power player. There's the fun part about Blaseball for me is the lore. Every team has lore, and once you choose a team, I recommend you join their Discord and kind of like get up to speed on things as the game progresses. Every team has like lore and very silly things, and the game itself is lore. There's like ancient gods and a talking coin and black holes. Like the last season finished when the entire universe of this game got swallowed into a black hole, and the lore right now is that the black hole is like slowly spitting things out, and that's when it gets kind of like introducing the mechanics piecemeal. Will you open personal commissions again soon? I have another idea I'd like to work with you with. Probably not in a good little while, because I still have like many commercial commissions that I gotta finish. Once I'm finished with all those, which I'm hoping I finish all of them this month. It might be high hoping because it's a lot of stuff, but yeah, hoping that by the end of this month I finish all the commercial commissions I had, and once that's clear, during February I might open them, but again, that is optimistic. We shall see, and there might be more commercial stuff popping up, which, you know, gotta like adhere to the deadlines there. So we'll see. I technically have a Blazeball Twitter account, but I'm not touching Twitter. Which account do you have? Wait, we're getting. That's very funny. I didn't mention anything about Blazeball on the announcement, and suddenly I mentioned Blazeball, and like people that have Blazeball Twitter accounts pop in. It's fantastic. The community really showing up. What the fuck is this game? We ask ourselves that every day, Laos. It's really fun. Join us and mention which team you're on the Discord, on like the games channel on the Discord. I think I'll make like a little thread so I don't spam the games channel. I'll make a little thread just for the people that are into Blazeball or that want to try out Blazeball, and explain some of the basics. So if you're into that, choose a team on Blazeball and post about it on the Discord. The Bulgarism. I used to broadcast for the Flowers and then the Magic. When King Weatherman got traded there. No, you're right for the Tigers. Nice. You've been all over. Hell yeah. I like the Tigers. It's a good team. Anyway. SCP, right? Okay, so what I have here is kind of the templates from all the previous ones I've done, since, you know, we can reuse a lot of it. Especially like this kind of glass background. It's sort of like, you know, you're looking at this SCP through a thick glass. That's the idea I wanted to go for. What we need, first of all, which I think is going to be our main thing we're going to see in the center of the frame here, is a mask. And let me pull up the mask description so I can let y'all know. Okay, so its physical form is composed, the SCP itself, its physical form is composed of some sort of gas or vapor, kind of like smoky humanoid figure. And the only portion that remains solid is what appears to be a small carved mask made of smooth pale wood. So it's a mask that's largely blank, except for a bas-relief, like a carving of two humanoid hands covering the area where the eyes should be. So something like this, I guess. That's what we're gonna do. So just here in the center, this mask with the covered eyes. I don't know how humanoid I should make it. It's supposed to be pretty blank. So at most, I'll do like the suggestion of a nose, a suggestion of a mouth, but not super like carved in, because it's never described. I still want it to be like recognizably a mask, even if it's just like the shape of the face and stuff. So, okay. Don't inhale the SCP. Come on. Let me go to the browser. I think I'll use a real mask as a base, and then hey, Blazeball, and then I will kind of remove different features from it until it's pretty blank. I'm thinking of starting with the mats. What kind of mask? I just described it. Wooden, simple, with 2 hands covering the eyes. Okay, so what I'm looking at here is the Met. The Met has a wonderful collection with a lot of beautiful photography, and it's all free to use. It's all in the public domain, so it's a really, really good resource if you want like any like museum grade object, because the pictures are always going to be like super professionally taken. I really like this one. I know it's the first one and it's kind of cop out, but I think I can take this one, remove the features, and we got like a really nice wooden mask. I might even flip it around for the shape. It's really, really cool. Native American. Oh, this one's kind of creepy. Did you see Jesse's The Other Happy Place masks? Yeah, I've seen a few of those. Really good. I love weird masks. There's some really cool masks here. I didn't filter by year because I could just look for very old masks, but I figured let's kind of open it up. This crow one is really creepy. Imagine a slasher wearing this. It's a really good slasher mask. This one's really cool as well. Bit too complex. It's described specifically as smooth and largely blank except for the hands covering the eyes. So, as cool as it is, I don't think we can use it. This mask is pretty great. Let me see. I don't think that counts. You're trying to pull me back into Blazeball, aren't you? You you sneaky. If you want featureless mask, have you seen the Selknam? I don't think so. Ooh, this is cool. What is that? Oh, this one's really creepy. Love it. Cool masks. Ooh, look at this one. Really smooth. What is it made of? It's wood. Guess it's painted wood or really smoothed out wood. Yeah. Yeah, definitely painted. From Argentina and Chile. Oh, nice. Rights restrictions? Not available to download. Oh, that's rare. That sucks, though. I guess this is not in the Mets collection directly. They probably have a picture, but it's not in their collection or something. Not sure. Oh yeah, what I'm looking for also is any kind of mask that features hands, carving of hands. Why did Tristar tab open? Yeah, any kind of mask that features hands would be good because we can use that for that, you know, this kind of carving. There's this artist that makes masks out of eggshell fragments. Oh, nice. Sounds cool. That reminds me, do you guys want to see my first ever self-portrait? There's a tangent. You guys know and love my tangents. Let me show you. Where is it? What is it, 2017? Actually, it's not my first self-portrait. Possibly my second one. I'm trying to find it. Because I have no idea where I put it. No, it's actually, yeah, it's my third self-portrait. Anyway. Oh, hold on. I'm not in here. It's me as an egg. The editing's not very good, but I was learning. It's originally from 2017. I was like getting back into Photoshop at that point. That on my website? I think most of my old stuff is not on my website anymore. Found an artist that had really cool use of hands and a face mask. Did I show it before? Possibly. Oh yeah, I really like that. It's really cool. Beardless. Oh yeah, beardless. That was pre-beard. I love this pogging mask. Look at this one with the nose. Love it. There's a lot of them with this, with the right restrictions thing. And the beard had no vowel. Hey Mactel. Yeah, I love all these masks. Look at this one. Looks like a rhino, or I think it might actually use a skull somewhere. Looks like some sort of dinosaur. It's really cool. I don't think that's a skull. It kind of looked like it. The S in Valdevia stands for SCP. You caught me. You figured it out. Look at the feet in this mummy. I love it. This mummy was buried with their clown shoes. Clown sarcophagus. This is a limestone thing. It does have two hands here, but they're not super detailed. Ooh, I love this one's face. I love the expression. It's just like something like that. Oh, look at this pogging lion. Love it. We're getting less and less masks. We're getting more unrelated results. But I still love looking at them. Look at this. The chicken helmet. It's so good. Look at this. Also this one. Oh my god, we're finding so many cool objects. This is just a little rascal. Little goblin. Look at this little goblin. I'm going goblin mode. We're still getting some masks, after all. Lots of them don't have pictures. Yeah, we're getting to the empty part, the stuff that is not digitized. Sad. Bulgarian tradition called surva involves some fun masks. Nice. Look it up. Oh yeah. Love those. Hey Anna, you're not late. We're just starting. Oh my god. The hats. That's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna look up mask hands. If there's anything that depicts hands in a mask. We got a pair of clappers. We did talk about baseball briefly. Okay, Varango. Thanks for coming. Pretty simple, but here we have a hand. It's also not a wood carving, so yeah, not ideal. Let's see. Gonna look up hand. Got a bunch of hands here, and I'm gonna filter. Obviously, oh here, open access. There is a filter for Nazi era provenance for like the stuff that was stolen during that era. In case you wondered about this, artworks with image. And okay, go look for wood. Let's see what we got. Here's a hand of a Buddha. That one's good. And with mirror, that's good as well. the other British museum, yeah, lots of stolen stuff here. If you ever go to the Met, you'll see that they have an entire Egyptian temple that they brought stone by stone to New York. It's wild. There's like a huge room and there's a fucking temple in there. Like the building itself is in that room in the Met, New York. It was apparently gonna get swallowed up by the river when they did a dam in the damming projects, and they had to move it. So they gave it, or it wasn't like super stolen, but it's still like weird that it was in the US, you know? The most devious of licks. Oh my god. Truly. Yeah, the Met is wild. They one of my favorite things from the Met is like obviously like going past the ethical stuff and the provenance of a lot of those items. It's still like an incredible collection that they have. It's beautiful to visit. And one of my favorite accounts here is Met's Arms and Armor, which is like a whole like wing of the Met. It's all weapons and armor. Here's the chicken helmets actually. And they have some beautiful stuff from like medieval Europe, from all over the world. Some katanas. Oh yeah, this is what it looks like. It was wild because I went there early last year and I saw an armor I had used for the lycanthrope projects. So if we go to the hold on, it might actually be somewhere around here. Doesn't matter. Let me show you the final piece though. It's lycanthropes, a silver wand. It's the one I used here. So the original can actually be seen in the Met. It's kind of similar to this, except instead of having like inlaid silver, like I did for, you know, for the lycanthropes, this part is gold, and the metal, the base metal, is a little bit lighter. But you can actually see this armor in the Met. It was wild because I didn't expect to like see it out in the open, and it's like suddenly it's like, oh shit, where do I know this from? The Blascock helm. So yeah, they finally made lycanthropes real. Anyway, let's go back to looking for hands. We're getting a lot of unrelated stuff here. Okay, let's take what we got. Like this Buddha hand, not my favorite compared to the other one especially, but it's good to have it. I like this one, it's kind of rough, but kind of like that about it. I would have to, you know, cover up this area here. There used to be a mirror there, so I would need to like fill that with wood, but still. Then sorry, I didn't delete those tabs because they're so funny. And then we got this for the base of the mask. Okay, so Let's go back to our main tab here. What are we making today? We're making an SCP themed postcard for the podcast SCP Archives. So this goes here, this goes here. There's apparently some shadows that I painted that shouldn't be there. There we go. So we're going to turn this one around. That's going to be our base. Let me first do a quick selection. Hi, Swirl Beast. That mask reminds me of something. Get your mind out of the gutter. Come on. Have you ever heard of a zoetrope? That does ring a bell. Okay, so now we should remove most details from here. Get it to be mostly a blank mask. Actually, I might just do a copy of this. Turn it into a simple layer, and then we're gonna do, we're gonna use a patch tool to remove a lot of that. We gotta try and not break the grain of the wood too much, so we gotta be careful like where we pick our samples. So the grain still like makes sense. There's nothing but gutter in my skull. Damn, I hope you recover. This is... Oh my god. How do you make these, Siphon? Oh my god, look at them go! How do you... Your wheel making is on point. Can we get some crawlers in the chat? Hell yeah. Let's get some crawlers in the chat, y'all. Every day you surprise me with your wheels. Hell yeah, look at those crawlers. Look at them go. Also, we might get a new animated emote real soon. And do you guys want to know what it's going to be? Do you want to be spoiled, or do you prefer a surprise? Tell me. Change the music. Googlial? We just got a Googlial emote, so it's not going to be a repeat of that. And we already got a Googlial animated emote. You want a hint? Okay, it's going to be a little dance. Let's see. Content aware film. Oh, gonna need to do that better, but yeah, it'll be good enough as a base. Hadn't seen the new one? Oh yeah, for those that missed it, we have a new emote. It's Bless. There's also a shiny holographic versions for the tier 3. Full body Val doing a jig. Ancient Egyptian for clown. Thank you for the valuable information, Laos. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. We're probably gonna be able to use some of the shapes like these curves. If we move them up, they can work with the hand shapes. Well, we'll see if we do need a use for them. We'll do the same thing again. We'll start with content aware fill. Save us some time. We'll use the rest of the mask, please. It's fine. It's okay. What I might do is use a healing brush. Get some samples from the lightest parts. Use a combo of that and a regular clone stamp. And cover some areas. I reconstruct hands using eyebrows. Anything is possible. You do this for the troop. Oh my god, Laos. I appreciate the work you do. Let's see. Doing this. Control E to combine. We're going back to the healing brush. I'm gonna try and smooth the transition. Between these two parts. Still let like the wood grain be visible. And this part we don't mind as much because we're gonna have the hands right over there. I give my life not for honor but for troop. Okay, here's the hand. Oh, I had it already. Here. Silly me. It's the handle. Also, let me refine this edge slightly. I'm gonna do some smart radius, and I'm gonna do some contrast. There we go. That seems better. I'm gonna do the same for this edge. Gonna need to pull it closer, just a slight bit. Just some feathering. Small touches over here. Gotta go into the corner here. To get the spaces between the fingers cut out correctly. Because that's usually when these selection tools go wrong. It's in the spaces between like small crevices. Those images are high res? Yeah. The Library of Congress. No, that's not the Library of Congress. The Met has really high res images. I don't know how big these are, but where's the hand one? Yeah, it's pretty big. Actually, I wonder, is the back side of this available? No, just this one image. Usually there's several images per object. In this case, just one. Watching you do this makes me want to get back in Photoshop. Am I gonna do it? Doubtful, but the desire is there. Yeah, if you ever do wanna, I'd love to see your work. His mask has hand. I mean, technically, oh my god. Look at this guy. He's so sad to be here. Level of detail makes me think my toaster PC would literally explode trying to load that. That's fair enough. I built this PC specifically for Photoshop. So it doesn't have a great graphics card because you don't need a huge graphics card for Photoshop. It mostly takes from your CPU and your RAM. That's the two things that you need to maximize for photo editing. So I kind of built it for that. Now my problem is I don't have a very good graphics card, so I will have to update it eventually. Free my hands. Okay, I think I'll make the hands a little bit shorter because we need to have both of them. Also, okay, so if you cover your hands like this, your face like this, yeah, it's with the, that's the, I was thinking if I should flip the hands. No, I shouldn't. Unless it's someone else covering your hands, your face. Huh. I wonder. I think we'll go with the assumption that the mask is meant to represent someone covering their face and not someone else like covering your face. Does that make sense? These are the inside. That's true. We're seeing the palm. So we're kind of seeing it like this. But it doesn't matter. It's pretty flippable. If we remove those little notches, or actually, it doesn't need to be the palm really. It could be representing, the notches could be representing these little grooves. I don't think it matters too much. Also, this is kind of weird. Like, I wouldn't do this. It's gonna be like this. Palm down. And we should introduce like some slight differences between each side so it doesn't feel like, you know, it's too copy pasted. I wonder if I should curve them a little bit so it's not like straight hands like this. It does a little bit this, and it kind of curves inward, curves in the middle, so when they meet, they're facing each other. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay, let me turn these two into smart objects. And this a place where we can also introduce some slight differences. I'll take care of the palm, by the way, like this. This, whatever this is on the palm. Also, I'll cut it down here, I think. or around here. I don't know, so it doesn't poke out of the mask too much. And look at the backs of my hands like I never saw them before. Okay, so a bit more of a dynamic pose where the hands are curved inwards a little bit. Let me see, in the original mask, are we on the nose? Yeah. Yeah, we're more or less centered. But I might turn this slightly like so. Maybe he's doing a spell or reenacting that sequence from Pan's Labyrinth. Unless you got a machine to look for you, you never see the back of your own eye. True. You can take a photo of it though. You can take a self-portrait of the back of your eye. If you got equipment, a good lights and stuff. I wonder if with a really well-placed mirror, you could see the back of your own eye. Huh. I bet you could. You would need some like light source, maybe a small mirror with a light source like right around it. So it bounces back on the back of your eye. I think if you're smart about it, you might be able to. Are mirrors machines? Now that is another question. Okay. First, we should remove this in the back of the hands, whatever that is. And I think I'll use some of the textures from the mask itself. So I'll do a copy of just the mask with all those textures. I will apply it on here. And I can actually use some of these textures to make it fit the mask, the base mask a bit better. So let's see, is there any way I can edit that will help? I can definitely like add the grain and stuff on soft lights. And it does get added, but that's gonna need some. It's gonna need me to lighten things in the base so that I can fit them a bit better. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll also do color and maybe do a big do this, so we get like the kind of those ochre tones. Gonna blur that a bunch. I'm gonna put that on at 30% opacity, seems good. Don't remove the hand stone. I will remove the hand stone. You cannot stop me. It is too late. It has already been put in motion. My dastardly plan. That looks okay. There we go. It's looking now. It's obviously it's looking a bit too close to the base, but we still don't have like shadows and stuff to make it defined. So we'll get there. We will get to that point. Yeah, I should definitely bring back some of the darker wood. I did like it. I think I'll be using some of the textures from the OG mask. I think I'll be using this, kind of inverting it and putting it here, the eyebrows, behind the hands, so it feels like the hands are kind of pushing inwards a little bit. I think that might be nice. There's a sneak peek to a wheel. I love that there's wheels being teased. Oh my god, what are you doing? The wheel. Make it do the DreamWorks face. That would be too cursed. Too cursed. Can't do that. So now we can use that for the back of the hand. That looks pretty nice. Move that around. Choose a part that looks decent. I think I'll use this little chunk from here. It has some nice grain. It has those cool like ochre colors. Okay, now I'll do this for the other one. And flip that horizontally. Does it work? Where is it? Huh. Oh, okay. There it is. Oh. It's perma-clicking. It's not letting me unclick. Photoshop, please don't break too much. Okay. Click outside, click inside. Okay, we're good. I fixed it. I'm gonna save though. Thank you for the reminder. I'm making a cryptid. No, it's for an SCP, specifically for the SCP Archives podcast. This is kind of an original creature by them from a crossover episode, but that exists like in the SCP universe. Will this be introduced as an official SCP? It doesn't have like an SCP number, so I don't think it's within the wiki, at least at this point. I think it might not be allowed in the wiki just by virtue of it being sort of a crossover with a different fictional thing. I don't think they allow that, so it kind of sits outside the wiki. So it doesn't have like a number. It's SCP-H-14, so it's kind of not within the main numbered series. What does the SCP do? I don't know if I can reveal a ton because it's still an unreleased episode. So I will tell you, first of all, like, go check out the SCP Archives podcast and go give it a listen if you like SCP. They do some cool stuff, and they have like a really cool, like, it's really well presented. And yeah, check it. It should be coming out sometime this month, I think. I don't know the exact date, but it should be coming out pretty soon, this episode. And yeah, the basic gist that I can give you is it's a being made out of kind of a smoke, or some smoke-like substance, and it has a mask. Like the only solid part of it is this wooden mask. It's an SCP. I don't know how to say that. SCP. I'm gonna change the silhouette of the hand here a little bit so it doesn't feel like it's the same one as that one. Okay, what I might do next is take the original mask, take this shape here, and reuse that. So take that, flip, and that should help give it some texture, mixing the hands with like the real mask. Hopefully, I'll have to edit it a little bit. I'm gonna lengthen it so it matches the structure that we already have. Medieval manuscript SCP? That's fun. I bet that exists. I mean, I bet everything already kind of exists in the SCP wiki. There's thousands of them. I love medieval manuscript blorbos. Or Stephanie when you need her. Our local medieval manuscript blorbo expert. The one and only. So we summoned Stephanie. Stephanie's SJ Lahi in chat. Okay, so this can kind of form the palm of the hands and already give us like a natural looking shadow. So 2 in 1 there. I'm gonna change the saturation a little bit and I'm gonna mix the color in. Oh yeah, maybe I can actually make the hands a little bit pinker. Okay, Mectol, see you later. Okay, now we have this part here. Don't mind my weird bump Did I show you guys this? Haven't shown it in a while, so for the new folks. My wrist is fucked up. Don't worry. It's fine. It's always funny to show because people freak out. It's all good. The bump. Just the bump. The bump emote. A creature out of the bump? No, because no creature I could create approximates the creature that it already is. Like, look at it. It has like several little lobes. I don't know how the lighting. There we go. We can see it with this lighting. It has 1, 2, 3, and 4 lobes. You want to poke it? It's fine to poke. It doesn't hurt or anything. Which is why I haven't removed it yet. What happened to my knuckle? Oh, that's a mosquito bite. Oh, nice, Anna. I'm glad they got there. Thank you for the little surprise. Oh, yeah, true. I blessed you with some Teriel content, didn't I? I'm fractalizing. Yeah, this is gonna go into my new hand. I was a real medical horror all along. Does it look nasty? No, it's just a little red because I scratched it. But the camera probably makes it look much worse. It's pretty much scarred up now. A strange creature is scarring in Valdevia's hand as we speak. It will hatch soon. Don't worry. Don't worry about my wrist creature. Whatever happens, it probably won't affect my streaming schedule. Probably. Actually, if I remove it someday, I might have to, like, not use this hand, this wrist for a bit, so as it recovers from surgery, which is one of the reasons I haven't considered removing it yet, because I would have to plan a lot of work around that, and it's annoying. This is not a libertarian head. It's not talking to me yet. We shall see though. It may gain sentience. Possibly. We don't know yet. What copyright license do you apply to your hand bump? It doesn't have a copyright license. It has an ID because it's a person. Oh, you don't know that the bump actually has a name. At least the main one, the big one. His name is Gofio. Gofio. Gofio is a type of flower. It's kind of a roasted flower that is used for, it's like a very typical food from the Canary Islands. I got this iteration of the bump because it keeps like coming and going, or it's kept coming and going over the years. This iteration appeared the week I moved here to the Canary Islands. So I was back in May, I think. Yeah, May, June. That's when it appeared. So I named it after a typical food from here, Gofio. It's also a fun name to say, Gofio. So yeah, say hi to Gofio. It's curious. It wants to know for itself. Gofio is grateful for your greetings. There it goes. Hand number 2. Gofio the goofy bump. Is Gofio bad? No, it's a ganglion cyst. That's what it's called. It's an especially large ganglion cyst. A lot of people have them. Some of you in chat, shout out if you've had any ganglion cysts. They're little cysts that usually appear over here, sometimes here, and sometimes towards the back here. They are a cyst that is formed from the essentially like your tendons and your joint here. They all have their own little kind of capsule around them filled with liquid. This meant to protect them because they move around a lot. If they didn't have any sort of cushion, they would scratch against each other and they would break. So it kind of provides, it's a little like sack full of like a little bit of fluid that just provides like it removes some of that friction. What can happen is in this little sack, imagine like a closed little sack like this. Imagine a little part of it gets weakened, like the wall of it gets really thin. What can happen is the pressure will build up and the liquid will kind of come in through here and kind of create push out like a balloon, or like when you do a bubble with your chewing gum. It's like it balloons out a little bit. That's what forms the cyst. It's completely benign. It's filled with essentially just like a kind of a silicone textured liquid. So it's liquid, but it's still like fairly hard to the touch. So yeah, a lot of people have these. Mine is especially, it got really big a couple of times. So they had to kind of puncture it and remove the liquid. That happened a few times. It removed it for a while, but it always came back. So since it's been drained so many times, it formed some like inner walls, some like scarring inside, which is what makes it have like a kind of several lobes. At least it looks like. That's because of like inner scarring. At this point, it's not suitable to drain again because of all those inside scars. So the only like realistic option, if it ever like bothers me or gets like way too big, which you could consider it way too big, but to me, like my personal line where I'll ask a doctor to remove it, a surgeon to remove it, is it's actually like interfering with my job, or it's hurting a lot. That's when I would remove it. And it's a really small surgery. It's nothing major, but they essentially just clip it and actually close that weakened part of the wall that forms the cyst. So it's really hard for it to come back out. Yeah, that's medical explanation of the day. Don't you dare drain Rofio. Cypher, no. So yeah, Rofio will be fine. If Rofio has to be removed, he will be removed in one piece and be freed out to explore the world. So you don't have to worry about him. We will only part ways if Rofio hurts me. In the meantime, though, he's just a fun little fellow and a party trick. Please keep Rofio if he does get removed. I don't think I would. I don't think that would last for a long time. He would rot. It's not like if you remove a tooth or something and it's like this hard tissue. It's soft tissue. I can't keep him around, I'm sorry. The embalming fluid, oh my god. Rofio jar. Val rocking onto the party like, wanna see my cysts? No, I actually, so Val lore, for those that don't know, my partner is a plastic surgeon, and so it's actually the people that remove, like the medical specialty that would be tasked with removing this if it ever gets removed. So, you know, when maybe one day I will ask my partner to remove it herself, but for now, a few months ago, I went to a dinner with all the plastic surgeons in her service, and they were all like, it was the party trick. Everyone was like, hey, check this out, y'all. I was like, hey, look at this. Every time someone new arrived, they were like, oh shit, that's a really big one. Plastic surgeons are nerds. They're all like, oh shit, look at that. We have one more person for dinner today. It was really funny. Oh yeah, also that dinner was fun because I got to show a bunch of like actual practicing doctors my medical horror art. They were horrified. It was really funny. Check my boyfriend's hand. No, it's not a ring. It's better than that. I'm eating for two. Rofio and me. It was funny. Medical professionals finding your art scary. Yeah, it was funny. Cause like, you know, doctors and in a big way, plastic surgeons specifically, they see some shit. Like people think plastic surgery is very glamorous, and obviously they do the aesthetic surgery. So like you know, they'll in the private sector and stuff, they'll redo your nose, all those kinds of thing, breast implants, that sort of thing. People think it's just that, but like in the actual hospital, the reconstructive part of it, they see some fucked up stuff. Like, it's much worse than what my edits show, because it's real. Don't you dare call Orfeo anything but glamorous. Oh yeah, Orfeo is definitely glamour. Freaky accidents happening, you have to reconstruct random body parts. Oh yeah, absolutely. I like any sort of big wound or burn. That's plastic surgeons who usually have to repair it. Anything soft tissue, essentially. Obviously, that depends on the country and stuff. I know some countries, their traumatologists do a lot more of that part. It really changes from place to place. Dead Smiles, thank you so much for the follow. Also, y'all, aside here from medical talk and creepy masks, we are, let me count, actually, we are 32 followers away from 5,000. The goal is to get to 5,000 followers before the 20th of January. Or sorry, before the where is it? 29th. The 29th of January will be my 4th streaming anniversary. So it would be really nice. Yeah, I won't be able to stream on the 29th itself, but whatever stream I can do around it on maybe the 28th or 31st, something like that. I would like to do 5,000 follower celebration and 4 years of streaming celebration at the same time. That would be really nice. So if you aren't following already, just hit the follow. It's an easy button. Could you show Gofio one more time on full screen? Are you gonna screen cap it? Okay, I'll give you one chance to screen cap Gofio. Here it is. Here's the boy. You got it? Okay, it's going. Like reconstructing fingers, if that is possible. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. If you get a finger chopped off, that's a plastic surgeon who will sew it back on. Or even sometimes if you lose like a lot of fingers and you lose a lot of enough fingers, or like, you know, the index, those like the important ones, you actually lose like functionality in your hand. There's sometimes what they'll do is take a finger from your foot. I'm not kidding about this. They'll take a finger from your foot and they'll sew it onto your hand, so that you'll at least get some functionality back from your hand, even though you lose a little bit in your foot. It's, you know, it's a trade-off, but that is done. I'd rather have a hand with like 2 freaky little foot fingers than not have any use left of my hand. What if you tattoo Rofi on your hand in case of removal? A remembrance of Rofi. When I was a wee little worm, a truck almost removed my face. Oh my god, had to be reattached. I have a stitch holding my lip in place. Damn, that was probably a plastic surgeon that did that. I mean a toe, yeah. Toe. I forget that word. Because in Spanish we don't have like a word for toes. It's, you know, your foot fingers. He also has the finger that also has a few stitches holding it in place. Well, thicker than the rest. Wait, is that finger reconstructed? Toe is a pretentious word. The thing where they reattach your foot to your knee but reverse so you can construct a prosthetic leg. Yeah, yeah. That's done too, but that's traumatologists that will do that. Any bone stuff? Traumatologists. Soft tissue stuff? Plastic surgeon. Obviously, it does vary a lot, and there's some, like for example, putting a finger back together, even though it's a plastic surgeon that does it, there's bone involved. So it's not always going to be like one-to-one, but in general, as a rule of thumb, plastic surgeons, they take care of any soft tissue things. Elective cosmetic surgery is nothing to mock? Absolutely not. Some is driven by vanity, but many people experience serious distress over details like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's really well put, Stephanie. And like, obviously there's... I can't speak for every surgeon, and there's less scrupulous surgeons out there, but in general, plastic surgeons in the private sector, in the cosmetic surgery part of it, they turn down a lot of patients. If they think you might be asking for surgery out of like a body dysmorphia disorder, where it's actually like the reason for it is psychological, it's not physical. Hey, Zert Twitch, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome. So yeah, in cases of like body dysmorphia, where the reason is psychological at its base, plastic surgeons will turn down a lot of patients. It's a process. Yeah, there's quite a rigorous process for vetting people. Obviously, like many people that have those disorders will still like get through those filters or find like less scrupulous surgeons. That always happens. That's kind of an inevitability. But it's not most cases. Ancient Indian plastic surgery manuscripts and incredible stuff that's still used today. Yeah, yeah. My girlfriend told me about some of those. Like really old surgery techniques that are still pretty similar to what it's on today. One time I was shopping orthodontists, and one of them told me about my chin, and he was looking for clients for his plastic surgeon friend. Really? That sucks. Gave me major self-esteem issues. Yeah, what an ass. See, that seems like non-scrupulous ones. Honestly, obviously, it'll vary country to country, but in Spain, at least, you could report that behavior to the it's called Colegio de Médicos in Spanish. It's like the school of doctors, is it? I don't know how you'd call that in English, but it's kind of the authority that's you know, there to give you, hey.
Anyway, Subanniversary Whoa.
Whoa. Valdevia. Thank you so much, Cryptid. Welcome. Thank you. Oh my god, the hype train is close. Y'all. Look what the lives posted in livestream portal. Let's see. Look at this. The pixelated version of Rafio here. I'm saving that. Is it the College of Physicians? Okay. That's what Colegio would translate to. I love that the moment I told you that the bump had a name, suddenly it's everyone loves him. The incredible power of just naming something. We love Rafio. I'm glad you guys understand now. Saint Rafio. Praise. Okay, so I'm doing some soft light here just to change the lighting and the vibe a little bit. Obviously this mask originally was backwards, so I'm actually gonna have to essentially invert the lighting on it a little bit. No need to do it entirely, but a little bit. Recognizable from the original photos. Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along quite nicely. I'm adding my own set of shadows. Obviously the lighting is always going to be quite dramatic. These, for context, by the way, these are the other two. They have pretty dramatic lighting, so obviously we're gonna go for something similar here. I still don't know exactly where our main lighting is gonna come from. I want the mask to have its own lighting, so it kind of comes from the top here. But I think I might add some like lighting coming from behind it and give it all rim lights. We'll see. Plastic surgery with rudimentary tech and no anesthesia. Yeah, it's wild what they did in ancient times. Legit did not know it was possible to do something like that. It's a lot hot. Thank you so much, Spike. Really appreciate that. Okay, let me check the description once again, see if I missed anything. Small carved mask made of smooth pale wood. This wood is not that pale, but yeah, it's fine because we're gonna change the context of it once we add like strong lighting around it. Largely blank, except for a bas relief of two humanoid hands covering the area where the eyes should be. Oh yeah, I did miss something. There are also several small characters or pictograms of unknown origin and meaning carved into the wood at irregular intervals. Okay, so we're just going to draw those in. So they're carved into the wood, so kind of scratched in. Unknown language cannot be determined. Okay, well, we'll draw some symbols. I think I'll be using maybe an overlay with some whites. Yeah. Good night, Rose. Okay, what sort of unknown symbols should we do? Gonna do maybe a pen texture, something like this. Yeah. It's meant to be pictograms, so I guess something that could be interpreted as such. It's characters or pictograms, so it's kind of in between, you know, a letter and a more representational drawing. I should do loss. I should. Okay. Loss is really funny. I think we should add loss somewhere. I'll just do white for all of them for now. There should be some plausible deniability, but... is it... Okay, hold on. It's 1, 2, 2, and then... Let me know if I'm doing loss incorrectly. Gonna go thinner. Is this loss? What's being made? We're doing pictograms that are described on the story. Someone fetch the lost Unicode. One tall, one short, two tall, one vertical, one horizontal. Okay. That is loss. Got it. We got the thing. So I'll be doing several little symbols. Obviously the signature should be there. Okay, this one I still wanted to do maybe like something that reminds us of an eye. It's kind of a rough circle. Something like that. Making Among Us. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not gonna add. Okay, that's it for silly ones because this is for clients at the end of the day. So it has to be pretty abstract as far as Among Us go. Is this too obvious? That I scratched an Among Us on here. It's inscribed with memes. I think I'll just do the symbols outside of the hands. It feels more purposeful that way. Every time I tune in, you're doing sus things. Hey, Jonas. I am indeed doing sus things, always. Okay, the rest is just going to be random symbols, because... okay, pictogram-ish... Something that could be like a humanoid shape, I guess. They're kind of carved into the statue, but they're supposed to be at irregular intervals, is described. So yeah, kind of just randomly strewn about. Put an abstract Among Us. It's a bit too abstract though. It's like a river and reeds or something. I don't know. I'm gonna move some of these so that they're not super symmetrical, so they feel a bit more random. Just kind of doing random shapes and see where they go. the gangster S. A wheel? Let's do a very abstract wheel one for you. Hold on, let's do similar to this. Yeah, but it's good. I like it. Swirly nautilus shell. I like that. Buy that. Got your slice. How about this I one gets to be in the middle and kind of here. Gotta make it a bit subtler, but kind of a third eye situation. Dark Orb is great, yeah, I agree. A fractal tree thing. How do you simplify that into a pictogram, though? Feels like very complex of a shape. It can be a tree fractal. Those are a thing. Just a very simple one with 2 branches. Looks like an antibody. Really complex antibody. It kind of feels like a neuron too, yeah. A bit neurony. I like it. Okay, let's do one more simple one here that's gonna be kind of hard to read because we're seeing it from the side. I don't know. That seems good. Okay, to make them look a bit more carved in, I might do some inner glow, perhaps. Blend that into normal mode. No, not inner glow, sorry. Inner shadow. There we go. So we do something like this. Now we find a way of carving these. I like that. Feels carved enough, and it kind of mixes in with the actual grain of the wood in a nice way. What's Rofia? Who is Rofio, you might ask? This fella. Add Rofio to the lore. Still too early, still too early. They have to have a longer history to be added to the document. Rofio in the back of one hand. Would be here. Hey Toxin, good to see ya. Rofio's history has been in the making for 14 billion years. Established character. Rofio is actually like 6 months old or so. Uh, 7 months old. All of human history has led to the moment where Val shows us Saint Rofio. Oh my god, Rofio's birthday. It's gonna be in sometime in May, but I'm not sure of the exact day. But I could check it, because I remember around the week where Rofio appeared. And I could check in like my phone messages, something related to what happened that week. And maybe we would find it that way. I don't know. I think we got ourselves a mask. I think it's pretty close to what was described. I wonder if they'll want the symbols to be a bit clearer. Kind of re-add the same layer and just put it on 40% opacity. Seems good. Makes them a bit clearer to see from a distance. Our feast today for Saint Rofio. Okay. If we remember by then, by Rofio's birthday, whenever it happens in around May, I will cook some Rofio scaldado, which is what Rofio is named after. It's a traditional dish from the local cuisine. And I will eat it on stream. I think it's really easy. It's the Rofio, it's kind of a thickened soup of so it's made with fish broth that you then mixed in with this toasted Rofio is like a toasted flour, toasted corn flour essentially, and you mix that into the soup. I don't know what other ingredients it has, and you eat it with the outer layer of an onion. You know, like that like one of those first, still like thin layers of it. You kind of use that as the spoon, and you eat it with that. It's fun. Very tasty. Flip a coin. If heads, you eat Rofio. If tails, you eat Rofio. Okay. We got ourselves a mask. What other main elements do we have here? So obviously we need... we're not going to represent like the full SCP, because it's not what we've done for the others. Like for example, in the Tattletale one, we just did Tattletale's like mask. And in the Cicada one, we just did like a cicada molting with like a Christian cross behind it. So it's not like representative of the SCP itself. It's kind of like some like main elements from it. So all this to say that we have the mask here, which is one of the main elements. And what I want to add to it is maybe a mushroom or some mushrooms growing from the side, because it's associated to like a strange mushroom. And so you got the mask, the mushrooms, and then just some cool lighting and some fog, some kind of like dark fog, which is representative of its body. So shrooms, I think we'll move on to the shrooms now. Let's see. A colony of fungal growths, bioluminescent mushroom caps. They don't describe the shape of the caps in any like specific way, so we're just gonna pick some cool mushrooms that grow out from the sides. Gonna add a couple of those. It's gonna be glowing, it's gonna be cute, I think. Okay, let's go to the browser. And what we're gonna do, well, this is blinding me. We're just gonna start with Unsplash. These ones are good. Let's see what else we have. Here, this is exactly what I was thinking of. This is exactly the type of mushroom I was thinking, because it kind of grows from the side like this, and it's really like dense. I don't know, I think they're cool. So I found what I wanted real quick. Although it would be nice to have a different picture of them. What I might do is separate this like chunk, this little group here, in two like distinct chunks, like this one, and use one to either side. That should be doable enough. What's your favorite SCP? I really got into them too much research. Yeah, there's a lot of lore. I never got into the SCP lore in any way. It's a lot, and I don't understand most of it. My favorite SCPs are the simple ones that are just like one creepy concept that's explored in a nice way, and it's essentially just a short story that's independent from any of the lore. My favorite one, I would say, I think my go-to, if I want to recommend one, is The one, and I don't know the numbers, I never know them. The one with that's a tape recording of a basketball game, where every time you play it, the people in the tape in the recording become more and more aware that they are in a kind of a time loop, and they try to escape. And I don't know, it's really like, at first, every time you play through the recording, it's, you know, the same as it was. There start to be like some slight changes, like maybe the points will be different in one of the times you play the recording, and slowly over time the people in the recording start becoming conscious that they are like living in a time loop. Really funny. Really funny in a fucked up way. Like, it's a really good horror concept executed like in a, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's short, it goes to the point, and it lets you explore this like little interesting concept, and it is funny in a way, that in a dark way, so as well. So I like that a lot. Oh my god, Laos. You really want me to talk about Blazeball, don't you? 1733, thank you, Lilith. Look up wood ears. Is that? Oh, that's a type of mushroom. Those do look like ears. Okay, let me. Let's go behind the mask layer. Let's put the mushrooms. Setting up my Blazeball account. Hell yeah. You can, by the way, joining a team is not a commitment. It used to cost money to move from a team to another. Right now it seems to be free, so you can just move teams. If you want to play with my team, go for the tacos, LA tacos. Those are mine, and they're very fun. They have some lore to themselves. They've been historically a pretty bad team, even though towards the end of last season they got a bit better, and they even won one. And yeah, they have some like very interesting lore to themselves, where they broke the game a few times. One time the entire team, by accident, I assume a coding accident, but that then got incorporated into the lore, the entire team's name got changed to Wyatt Mason. This event was known as the Wyatt Masoning, and it's like they tried to fix it, and to put the players like back to their, like, give them their old names and stats back, but they left like some of the mistakes were left over, and some players still still have the surname Mason from that event. It was really funny. Reminds me, oh yeah, the BDG video. Yeah, that's a really good comparison, Toxin. I really love that one. Mushroom is one of those words with an uncertain or disputed etymology. Oh, interesting. So yeah, there's plenty of like weird events like that on Blazeball. The tacos had two important ones. There's the Wyatt Masoning, which I just mentioned, and there was the Grand Unslam, which was a Grand Slam that was so powerful it actually broke reality, and the city of Los Angeles kind of slipped into an alternate dimension and became the city of Los Angeles, and it's essentially like a superposition of every single dimension, every single dimension's version of the city of Los Angeles got superimposed into one, and that changed the team's name from the Los Angeles Tacos to the Unlimited Tacos, which is the current name. The game has weird lore, if you didn't get that by now. Yeah, a lot of the lore is like strange things that happen in game, and then the devs kind of embraced, and that's really fun. Like it has the whole game has like a fun improv vibe to it, where a lot of community things are integrated into the game, and the devs actually like, you know, taking a lot of the vibe that the community has and harness it in fun ways. It's great. Like they took one of the people making videos about Blaseball, and they turned him into the official anchor, and they let him do videos in their like main channel, and at the end of every season he would do like a recap. I guess I'll come back at the end of this season, and they're great. It's one of the people behind the People Make Games channel, and he's really good. He's really funny, the anchor. What game is this? Blaseball. Some authorities say mushroom is of uncertain origin, others say it's a pre-Latin Northern French word. A few suggest it's from a French term for moss. Oh. Originally denoted only a type of mushroom that grows in moss, but this is disputed. Interesting. Blaseball. Yeah, like baseball, but with an L after the B. It's a fun little game you can play in your browser. It's mostly idle, like the game it's just essentially a simulated league of baseball with absurd rules. What you can do is bet on games, not real money, just like in-game money. You can bet on games, and at the end of the day, at the end of each week, you can turn all that in-game money into votes, which you can vote towards like what happens to your team, like if there's any roster changes, or you can vote towards like league-wide rules. Like for example, one of them last season was redistribute wealth, and it was at the end of each season, the people with the most money, like the 10%, like the 10% of people with the most money at the end of each season would have to give away, like all their money would be taken away and given to everybody. or I don't know. One of the laws that got passed, or one of the things people voted for, is opening a forbidden book, which, when triggered, turned one of the teams, that was the Moab Sunbeams, a hellmouth opened below their town, and now they're the Hellmouth Sunbeams ever since. Made your bets? Pyro, what did you doing, by the way? Are you a fellow taco? Taco, hell yeah. Okay, I like this for the mushrooms. So they're not like symmetrical. They're a little bit. Could do this, but I kind of like that they're to either side. Obviously the mushrooms are gonna become glowy real soon, but first thing we need to do is gonna make a mushrooms group. I'm gonna turn them blue, so I'm just gonna do hue saturation, I think. Gotta colorize. Pick a nice shade of blue. I'm gonna add that in hard lights. Now, how do we glow them up? Let's see. Several ways we could do that. Could do it manually, of course. We could. I think I'm gonna start manual. Just by taking the caps themselves, which I think are gonna be the glowy parts. Then I'll have to switch the lighting on the mask a little bit, but I already figured that would happen. Oh, hold on. The caps are mottled green and pale blue coloration. So we got green and pale blue for now. It's not too mottled, but I don't think that's going to matter much once we glow them up, because a lot of the individual texture is gonna blend in. Collective wholesome have meant tomfoolery, some of the best of the human experience. That is true. Weird games are really fun, and the fun thing about Blaseball is most of all it's a community, because there's like every silly player with a silly name gets a million pieces of fan art, and the fan arts of the whole team like interacting together, and some of them are just, you know, you'll have a player called Fish Summer, who's usually depicted as a sort of shark person, and I don't know, it's just fun, silly and fun. And it's funny because sometimes some of the names will repeat, and they'll find like different ways of interpreting the names. There's 2 players called Sixpack. There's one called Sixpack. I think it's Sixpack Alfredo or something like that. And they just, it's usually depicted as a guy with a huge six-pack, you know, like a really buff guy. And then there's another one called Six-Pack Dog Walker, which is one of my favorite names ever. Six-Pack Dog Walker, who's painted as a pack of 6 dogs. Or a guy walking 6 packs of dogs. Six-Pack got a clone? Do you mean in canon? Because there are clones in the game. Some players got cloned. And have evil alternates. Every time you explain something from Blaseball, it feels like you're making it up on the spot. But it is true. Also, some players have died through incineration or other methods, and have been brought back to life as vengefuls, but through tomfoolery of the community. And upon doing that, well, there was a specific story. This was towards the beginning of the first season. There was one of the star players of the whole league was named Jalen Hot Dog Fingers, and when the incineration mechanic got revealed, she was one of the first ones to be incinerated. And people really wanted her back because Jalen Hot Dog Fingers is a really funny name, and she was a star player. So on the next season, you could like choose your favorite player. You could choose like your I don't know what the term was, but you could choose your favorites, and the players that had the most fans were kind of put in a leaderboard. And at one point, the devs put a line on the leaderboard, selected a spot. And people said, oh, definitely something's going to happen to the player who gets put in that spot. So we should put Jalen, even though she's dead, she could still have fans. So people put her in that place in the leaderboard and waited to see what would happen. And when that effect got triggered, Jalen got brought back to life. But she got brought back to life as with a kind of a vengeful spirit thing, where she would pitch very hard and kind of curse people with her pitch if she hit them with it, and the people that were cursed would get incinerated. So people brought her back to life, but at what cost? Oh yeah, the NES baseball game with 48 localized names is really good. I love this one. Sleeve McDykel. Well, every game in Blake's Ball feels like one of these. I'm not kidding. I propose nothing. Beds are great. I agree. Enough people believe in Jalen Hot Dog Fingers that he resurrected her. Exactly. I love these. Willie Dustits, Jeremy Gride, Todd. My favorite is Todd Bonzales. Bobson Dognut also gets a seal of approval, and Mike Truck. ATL, the Atlanta, what is it? Atlanta, Georgia's, right? I mean, if you play tacos, we'll have in-team banter. You can also always change, by the way. You don't have to make up your mind now. Okay, how about them glowy mushrooms? Like a fancy airbrush piece? Fair enough. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is make several copies of this at different levels of blur. So that first one is gonna be just how I painted it. Next one is gonna be a bit larger, but less opaque. Next one is gonna be... Blur not working? Weird. Next one is even blurrier. And one of them I might put below the mushrooms. Insider noted it for when I inevitably betray you. Oh my god, evil. How many letters are there in SCP? None. I don't think they keep letters contained. I like to think there's an etymology butterfly effect. Like someone makes a silly word and it goes on to have long-lasting impacts. What will be the legacy of Todd Bonzales? Truly, we may never know in our generation. What I might do is do a separate color for this one. that working? There it is. We can get some greens. Okay, how about that for glowy mushrooms? We still need to do the light on the mask, which may help the whole vibe. Oh, it's better for color. There we go. Today's wheel. Oh my god, it's an empty wheel. Oh no. Oh god. This is not empty. Everything. Hold on. Every 3-letter combination. How did you program that? It's so... There's so many, it's buggy. Oh my god. It's so slow. How do you do this, Siphon? How many combinations is that? Absolute mad lad. Would it be funny if we rolled the wheel right now and it came on SCP? Val is in there. It's true. No SCPs. Very unfortunate. 17,000. How does that site let you make so many combinations? How did you break it so? Unlimited power. And truly the maddest of lads. Thank you, Wheelmaster. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this soft light layer. I'm gonna remove it where there's these shines, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. Next up, I'm gonna create another soft light layer, because I love those. I did one for fur letters, it would be 456,000. Oh my god. Year is 29,000. The Trappist one system. is in a bustling corner of the galactic human civilization. There, upon the planet we know as TRAPPIST-1b, a child asks their parent, Life-giver, how did our planet come to be named this way? The parent will reply, in a tongue vastly unfamiliar to our own, My child, the great name of Hod Non Blanza was the name of an ancient and great warrior. It is said their staff was as swift as the comets. It used to strike lax into the heavens. Todd Gonzalez. Incredible. Oh my god. Young, thank you so much for the save reminder. Talking about reminders, this is once again my reminder to you all to follow if not following already, because we are so damn close. We're 30 followers away from 5,000. So follow now. I will be checking. I will know. There was a single piece of profanity in the wheel. Oh my god, there was... What was it? Ass, maybe? 3 letters? At 5,000, a random entity comes to life. Exactly. And I won't tell you which one. But it will approach you rapidly. You will know which one it is. You know what? Fuck it. At 5,000 followers, I release the fog. That's it. There we go. I was smoothing out some of the edges. Sex is also 3 letters, true? Poo is not profanity. Oh my god, there was sus in there and we didn't find it. How sad. Okay. Then what if I darken... Generally darken things to make the lighting a bit more dramatic. And reduce the saturation a little. Okay, it's supposed to be from a light wood. Okay, so this is a mush. rooms. Gonna make them a bit darker so it doesn't like overtake the mask in like importance. There we go. There's a text file on my old computer with every 5-letter combination. Mada ask why? Why do you need this knowledge? Okay, this is coming along. I think we need some effects. We need some sort of dark smoke. And I think we could put that between the fungi and the mask. How about that? Kind of create some more volume, some more layers. What else are you gonna do when you need a 5-letter word? That is true. That is true. Those are hard to get. Okay, let's see. By the way, you know what I could do? What I could do? Look at that! My background now matches the edit. Things I can do with my current lighting. Anyway, black smoke. I got some smoke textures I can use. I got this one, which is obviously white smoke, but it's simple as that. Turn it dark and put that in multiply. Oh, it's gonna... Hold on. Gonna apply that transformation, and now I'll be able to move it around without it being inverted every time I transform it. We're approaching the medieval feast of the ass? Hold on. Feast of the Ass, medieval Christian feast commemorating the donkey who bore the Holy Family during the flight into Egypt. And celebrating donkey-related Bible stories. The Feast of the Ass, that's so good. Love it. Hyperfocus. Is wheel your latest hyperfocus? We're becoming too powerful at them. Someone needs to stop you. And this gets, once again, put in multiply. Although, ooh, what about linear burn? Okay, why not? Multiply twice is more natural though. How about this? I might actually reduce the big one in size. Now it's more visible. And then do a soft light here. The Feast of Ass and the Feast of San Rofio, the only days that matter. January 20th, the Feast of Googliel the All-Seeing. Yeah, January 20th, don't miss that stream. We will be, it's actually the anniversary of Googliel being created. So we will be creating another character in Googliel's kind of backstory or canon. We'll be creating a demon. Yeah, look out for the 20th of this month. January 14th to 20th inclusive should be the Valdevians' major holiday season. I love that. What if I put the entire library of Babel in a wheel? Oh my god. He's gonna break it. Wheels within wheels. Very biblical. Let's see. Oh, there is actually this soft light layer that was messing with things. Without me knowing. Okay, so we're darkening this. Quite happy with this design. So okay, the next thing we need to kind of bring it closer to these. I might increase the contrast and stuff later, but what I want to do is add some like HUD elements, which I did to each of these. So nothing too fancy, but something that kind of goes around. Adds a little bit of, you know, stuff to the sides. The website just crashed. You killed the wheels. Okay, let's see. I think I got some HUDs here. These are mostly like camera HUDs, but some of these could work. There's a sniper one. Okay, jokes aside, if we kind of remove the crosshairs, this could be a nice HUD, but it's from an old camera. Old camera once again. It's like a viewfinder. Ooh, this one's good. Use some of it. Put that on screen or color dodge, or both. Okay, so I'll be taking like different elements and copying them like this. I don't think I'll take this little viewfinder thing in the center, since that kind of gets in the middle. But I like this one in the bottom. And I might take this one in the corner. And add screen. There we go. So this goes into screen, this goes into color dodge. Fairy Fountain is insane, intense. Yeah, I have so many versions of this song in my playlist. Okay, obviously there is the cutting edges. I'll have to put everything inside the cutting edges. Actually, these are not updated. There should be a bit further inside, so I'll probably have to move this inside a little bit. We'll see. I'll see that after the stream, since it's not major to the design. There we go. This gets grouped up into the HUD, not the huff. The HUD, please. Ooh, these are nice lens effects. I really like this one. Ooh. Oh shit, I moved this too far. Well, it doesn't matter much once again, because I'll have to recalculate these. Okay. What about this lens effect? Obviously it's pink right now, but when I'm done with it, it should be about the same color as this. Really nice change of tone from that intense song into a Stardew Valley one. Ooh, this one's good. Let's see what works better. Maybe here. Kind of feel like it works better in a corner like this, where it adds a bit of light somewhere. Okay, let's see. Now we have to make it look a bit closer to these in aesthetic. So, and the last thing, and I'll do this out of stream because I have to fit that into the pattern of the like the new cutting edges, because this is according to the old ones, so it needs to be. Yeah, I'll do that after stream. I think might like set up the letters, but that's it. Okay. Also, I need to ask what to put in the text actually, because that's a different SCP number and it doesn't have a title that I know of. So I'll actually be asking the client. So yeah, we'll skip the text part today. Okay, so now I'm putting everything together. There it is. And we're going to our camera raw filter. We love it. It's been so long since I've played Stardew. Should play it again though. I got some friends that are playing right now, so I should maybe join them. I think when I'm done with commissions, because right now I don't really have a lot of time to play games, unfortunately. I also got Dwarf Fortress. I've been really enjoying it, but I haven't had a lot of time to play it. Which is annoying, but... really like this color scheme. Okay, we're gonna do color grading. And we're gonna once again bring everything closer to those blues and those greens. A little bit. A little bit of grain to blend things together. How about that? I spoke a Dwarf Fortress and Spacey was summoned. Really fun game. Okay, what do y'all think about this mask design, the mushrooms, the smoke, everything? And how do you think it compares to the cicada and the tattletale ones? Dwarf Fortress was your time back in the day? You should get the Steam version. It's really pretty. Like, it's really pretty. It's like, God, they added graphics to the game. It's great. Much colder colors. Yeah, I definitely wanted to make each of these cards, because I'm going to be making one of these every month for the season of this. Well, obviously, if the client wants to, but the plan is to keep making these for each month for as long as this season of SCP Archives lasts. So I get to choose which SCP from the ones they've done that month, which SCP I want to cover, which is nice because it gives me options. And yeah, I want each postcard to kind of fit the same style, so they kind of have this, they'll have this the similar vibe to them, but each of them to have like a different color, so you can like put them together and have a nice little collection. Lighting is not as dramatic? Maybe. Yeah. I feel like if I'm gonna make a bunch of them though, I maybe don't want to have like super dramatic lighting like this one for all of them, because it gets a little unwieldy when you have this dramatic lighting and it's like super bright in one spot, and then you got that dark spots that you got to do something with. So what I did for this one, for example, is I kind of made the legs really blue so they would contrast against the background. Like, you have to do a lot of workarounds. This one was also messy due to the lighting, because since the lighting was coming from inside the mask, and the mask is kind of made out of mesh, I actually had to invert the mesh and make essentially the mesh part shadowy while the inside is bright, which is the opposite of what you'd usually see. And yeah, that was pretty messy to edit. It was a challenge, which I like. But yeah, this one will read clearer though. We can be as bisexual as Cicada. Well, maybe you can't, but I can change myself into bisexual lighting at any point. I have that power. Hold on. Now I'm purple and blue. I love this. I just have a little thing so I can change the colors behind me. But right now, I have them as the colors of the edits. It's fun because I get to have, I can put like different colors for each stream. Has anyone read that Reddit post about Octha? No, I don't think I have. Is the picture almost done? I'd call it done. Hold on. And what I might do is move these little HUD elements. So actually they should be all in the same size. I can just do this. There we go. They weren't centered. That was bothering me. You made a wheel that counts. Wow, it counts. Well, it went from 0 to 5. So that's not really good counting. And then down to 3. Or is it? Hold on. Is this supposed to be another wheel? You did it wrong? You should explain how to do it then. Missing the links above. Okay. I'll do it again. So 4. Then open this one. Is that how it works? 4. What am I counting? Oh. 2. Yay. Oh, is it counting? It goes up to 10? Does it always go up to 10? Hold on. Okay, 4 again. Can I do a different one? I gotta do a different one, I said. Okay. So this one. So we got 1. Now we should be up to 4. Did you program this or did you make it manually? Now we got a 5. So we're up to 9. And we got it. We got there. I can never escape the 4. Oh my god. It was manual. You're truly the wheel master, Siphon. Yay! Truly the wheel master. Oh, I was saving all of this to the template, by the way, which is silly. I should have made a new document. By the way, this is really big, so these documents get really large. That's kind of on me. I'll just name them by the month. Also, let me catch up. Valdevia slamming his fist down on the bisexual bottom in the most powerful lighting activation ever witnessed. Absolutely. Okay, and I will call this one done. Happy with it. Only thing that's left is, well, to do the new. I think all the elements I put in are fine. Like definitely gonna be within the new edges, the new cutting edges. But what I need to figure out is a text I'm gonna put in here, which might displace this depending on how far I gotta push it in. We'll see about that. And yeah, putting that text and let's call that done. Light that makes you bisexual. Yeah. Watching my streams makes you bisexual. That's the rule. That's the rule. Okay. I'd call that a pretty much done commission, which is nice. We're getting through them. I guess FYI in terms of commissions, which is why I keep saying I'm so busy, is I currently have 5, 6 plus 9. That's 15, 16, 17, 18. About 18 images that I gotta make for commissions. Some of them are like not really in the deadline, so they're not for right now, but they're still like in the list. 18 plus this one I just did, so I'm not counting this one. So that's quite a lot of images. But we'll get there. We'll get through it. It's I would have been done, or much closer to being done, if I didn't get sick twice in a row in the past few weeks. But yeah, that's why if you ask about personal commissions, I can't really tell you when I'll be able to open them because it's gonna be a while till I get to finish all of this, and that is also just the commissions. But I got a Secret Santa thing that I'm working on. I do want to do fractal stuff pretty soon for a few different reasons, but I do want to have some more fractal stuff done. What I think you'll see this week is on Wednesday, I'll be doing another commission specifically for Rounder House, who is a writer in the SCP wiki. So another SCP related one. Yeah, gonna do a commission for him. Then I got a few illustrations for a book that's set in the like kind of Lovecraftian mythos, and it's all items from an auction. The whole book is like an auction catalog, and each chapter is like an item from the auction and kind of its description and the story behind it. It's kind of its provenance is the story. No, and that is because that's funny. I got two projects. Arkham Herald is the one I did the cover for. That project is also set in the same like universe, the same mythos, but that's a TTRPG, which I'm also. It's another one of the commissions I gotta do. I did the cover for that, but I still gotta do a few inside illustrations. So, but those are not super urgent, so I'll be doing that over time. And yeah, the ones I guess I can show you because I guess I can show these because I got the okay to stream these. So I'm going to show you some previews of a couple ones I did already, and that way you get the vibe. These are the ones for that auction catalog book. It's going to be called the Dagon Collection. Dagon as in the name of one of the mythos gods. So this one is a cursed sword from the Bronze Age or Iron Age. Yeah, cursed Iron Age sword that contains some souls and has a fun story behind it. I'm not going to spoil the book. It's a fun book, so it's a really fun read. And this one is an extremely cursed statue, and it's probably represents some sort of unknown deity, and also has a nice story with like some historical context to it, and you'll go mad if you look at it. So you're welcome. I just inflicted you all with madness. It's fine. The eye is broken, so you're not gonna immediately die. But yeah, those are the two I've done so far. I still got to do what's the total? 7. So I still got to do 5 more. There's one I'm kind of in the middle of doing. I'll probably finish that one out of stream because it's a pretty simple one. And then over the next few streams, some on stream, some out of stream, I want to finish that one because that one's quite close to deadline. So that one's the one I want to finish as fast as possible before the others. Showing me you have to guarantee my inevitable death within 100 years, give or take. There's a player named Elvis in Blazeball. Just imagine Elvis Presley. Yeah, there's a lot of fun names in Blazeball. I think all of them are fun in some way. I think in the new tacos team, we got one that's named Tot Best, and another one that's named let me see. We got Jenkins Good and Tot Best, which is you got Nigel Candy, which is really good. We got Sujin Gloom. Again, another really good one with some alliteration. Sounds like an intense schedule. Yeah, which is why, yeah, it's why I keep saying I'm quite busy lately. It's no exaggeration. Hopefully, once I finish all of those commissions, or at least like, I want to finish that book one. Then a couple things, 1 or 2 for the Arkham Herald for the TTRPG, and I guess this one's done, and I guess then there's another TTRPG which I haven't done an image for in a while, but you've seen me work on stream a few times before. It's called Hero Complex. I still got a couple images to do for that, so we might be doing that since that one's not like on deadline. I'll be doing it after the ones that are more urgent, but yeah. A lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. That plus personal projects. I haven't even mentioned personal projects. I want to finish the next parts of Fractal, Megalomorpha, and I got a really big collab project that I'm organizing with a bunch of artists. I got... God damn it. So many, way too many things. But yeah. No one's scoring any goals. It's not called goals in baseball. Come on. Hoffi's there. There he is. You can always see him in the corner on certain angles. Some angles is not that visible, but when I put it like straight to the light like this, it's really visible. And when I put it to the side, you can see how big it is. But yeah, I think we'll call it there, y'all. Let's see if anyone calls streaming before we leave. I got Grumbly. I'll go check out Grumbly. It's making art. Don't know what it's making. Made a weapon of mass destruction. Hold on. Sonic Blast. Is this gonna be really loud? Do you have to do headphones warning for this, Simon? Because that sounds... This sounds really dangerous. Just let me know if I have to turn down the sound. No? Okay. Let's see. Ooh, this is trippy. Wow, the Sonic Blast. I love it. I got blasted. Okay, so we're gonna go raid Grumbly. I want you guys to get your favorite emotes. Let's all get the crawler. So if you're subscribed, you got it. If you're not, you can unlock it using the points. And get yourself a crawler and put it in Grumbly's chat once we're raiding. I will go right into the stream ending screen and then trigger the raid, okay? So y'all, thank you so much for being with me today. It's been a blast. I really enjoyed making this little piece. I'll see you on Wednesday if all goes well, and we'll be making another SCP related piece. So y'all, see you real soon. Take care.